Welcome to Dove and Dragon Radio. I'm your host, M.L.Ruscsak. Today's show is brought to you by Red Carpet Rocks and Kenneth J. Lane Collection. For those of you at home watching the video, this beautiful necklace is courtesy of Kenneth Lane.
Yeah.
Today's author is Kathleen Ho. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Now you have this wonderful book out called Living Forward at the Loss, Rebuilding Your Life After Losing Your Life Partner.
Yes.
Now, where did you come up with the inspiration of this?
It happened after I lost my husband 6 years ago.
I'm sorry.
Thank you, but that's okay. Little life, we had to accept it.
Mm-hmm.
After it took me about 2 years to recover from the loss. After that, I realized I had to keep moving on. I cannot stop. Life goes on. Then I started to write a book, first just to heal my wound only, I thought. Then one day, I sent a book with a friend of mine, and she suggested me to publish it because it may help other people had the same situation who are losing someone in life. That's the reason that's why I wrote a book.
Well, I'm very thankful you did. I mean, after so many losses of life last year from COVID, this is a type of book that we need to heal to move forward. Are you working on the second book, or what do you do other than just write?
Right now, I work on a second book. The second book is about living with a purpose. I realized that a lot of people keep wondering about life without purpose, and ask themselves, what the meaning for my life? What the point of my life? That was the reason I decided to write a book, like Living with a Purpose.
That would be a very good book once it comes out. We're probably looking at 2022 for it to come out.
I'm not sure yet. I don't know how long it will take me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I work every day. I cannot promise when, but I've done my best. Maybe next year.
It does happen. I mean, writing's not for all of us is not our day job. So what do you do other than write?
I'm working at school. I'm a teacher.
You're a teacher. What grade?
Yes. I work for special education.
Awesome. With so many, my daughter is autistic. So I'm very thankful for those that teach special education. I mean, she's in the normal classes and everything, but some of her friends need teachers like you.
No, I work for not a kid like physical disabled. I work with something come from a broken family.
Mm-hmm.
It has an emotional issue.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I fix it. I fix their emotion.
Well, we need you too. I mean, there's so many aspects to having a child with a disability. It's not just the disability. You have the mindset, you have the anger, you have the emotional.
Yes.
You have so many other things than just what you see as outside looking in.
Yeah, that's really true. That's really true. Yeah.
Have you thought about writing a book about that?
I thought about that. Actually, a friend of mine, she worked for the company dealing with abuse victim.
Okay.
And she suggested me to write a book with her about how to stop the domestic abuse. And I thought about it too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're going to be a busy lady writing those books.
Thank you.
I mean, we wish you all the best with the books, but you're going to be a busy lady writing them.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, as an author, I know how hard it is to write one book. Yeah. We're giving you ideas for at least 2 more. And sometimes it takes 1 year to 5 years to write them.
Yeah, that's really true. I'm struggling with the idea of second book for a year. I couldn't find any idea to write again.
It does. Sometimes we have to take a break from writing before we get back to writing.
Yes, that's true.
It happens. I mean, to best of us, we move forward
Yes.
and then we get what we call writer's block. So we don't know what to write about.
You are so absolutely right.
We want to write. We have all these ideas, but we just don't know how to go about doing it.
Yes.
And you're writing nonfiction, so it's not like you can just make stuff up. You have to have some basis of reality in your books.
Yes, it's true.
So, okay, with you doing this, have you thought about doing like a podcast on healing or a podcast on talking about what you write about?
Yes, I do. Actually, right now, I'm working to become the public speaker.
Great.
I'm with the Toastmaster,
Mhm.
the nonprofit company that teach us about public speaking and leadership. I'm learning to be the public speaker so I can go out to share my story. I want to set a message that their own ways tomorrow. Don't ever give up.
Some public speakers you may want to follow: Brad Blazer
Oh,
and Antonio T. Smith.
yeah, I know that. I really admire them. I listen to them every day to motivate me to stand up.
Oh yeah, I do too. Antonio is a great friend of mine. I listen to everything he's puts out.
Oh, it's so nice.
He's a great friend. He's one of my authors that I get to publish. So yeah, I get a lot of motivation from him.
Yeah, I wish someday you can introduce me to him.
I can make the connection for you.
That's right. I want to meet him in person, talk to him, learn something from him.
Well, I can give you his website. He does, if you get on his podcast, he will talk to you.
Wow, that's nice. I cannot wait for that.
Yeah, he does this all the time. He pulls people on to talk. And he's great at getting people out there. He has his own public speaking school.
Yes.
So that's wonderful. He's utilize his sources because he's a great person.
Yes.
Great public speaker, great person. So enough about Antonio. I can go about all day long. Like I said, he gives me so much information all the time. But yeah, if you're going into the public speaking, I would pair this with what you do as a teacher and as an author, because you have a message to get out there.
Yes.
And right now, the grieving process for so many is stuck in anger instead of moving forward.
Yes, I agree with you. I lost somebody, 4 or 5 people because of COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So very sad.
I think there's not a person out there that cannot relate to losing someone from this past year. I mean, it's global. Sorry, but it's a global thing. We all can relate right now.
Yeah, I agree with you. And how you feel?
Yeah,
I feel it. I just cried last night because a friend of mine called me and just informed that her husband passed away. I just feel so sad inside.
Yeah, and so many of us, we can't go to the funerals. We can't go to what we normally do to grieve over normal situations. So right now, coming together as a collective one voice is so important. And having books to help us get over the grief are a staple right now. Okay, we have a new backdrop to your, actually, I love the cherry trees.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Now, if you were to write a book that was fictional, to move past losing someone, how would you do that?
You mean fictional book?
Yeah.
I never thought about that, but But I think even the personal, I still want to share some ways, some methods I use in real life to help people to overcome the sadness.
Mhm.
Like just like work out, avoid some alcohol, smoking,
Mhm.
and focus on lean on somebody else. Just someone else can tomorrow life's beautiful, beautiful.
Mhm.
I just want to send some message, even the fictional book. Everyone send a message to people.
I mean, I sometimes find that doing a fictional book,
Yeah,
even if it's based in reality,
yeah,
gives you a better focus,
yeah,
and more people are responsive to a fictional to make them think than going to a non-fictional
yeah.
self-help book. Just something, one of
Yes.
those crazy things I got out there too.
I never thought about that. You might be thinking.
I tend to do that with people. I love making people think, because when you think, this is what this show is all about. It makes people think. Doesn't mean think about what you're doing right in the second, but makes you think later on, hey, I can do that. Or, yeah, I do need to move on. We can't be stuck on yesterday and move forward tomorrow.
Yes, you are right.
So I'm reading some of your fantastic reviews, and I mean, you have 4.5-star reviews on here. So as an average, now you have great reviews.
Thank you.
So what kind of marketing have you been using?
I didn't use one, but on Amazon, but didn't work well for me, and I stopped. Right now, I'm still thinking, what should I do to promote my book? I had no idea now.
I mean, promoting the book, we are, okay, this is something I'm starting to get into and telling people. As an author, you're not just an author, you're an entrepreneur. So
Yes.
as an entrepreneur, you have to wear many hats. You have to figure out marketing. You have to figure out your clients. You have to figure out your brand. Your brand is your book, or your brand is you as an author, because we have some authors that are multi-genre. And then you have to figure out how to get your book to your clients or to your readers. So it's not just you're an author and it's going to go, here's your wonderful book, and it's going to fly away to all the readers. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't talk. But you actually have to put work in it to get it out to them.
Yes, I agree with you. That's why I try to get or contact to you
Mm-hmm.
and other people in social media to get my book out, introduce my book to the world.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we as authors have to do all the time. We cannot sit back for a month and not advertise. Companies, entrepreneurs across the board that don't advertise a product do not get sales. I mentor all the time. So I use this show a lot to mentor, either to the person I'm talking to or to the masses who listen to me. And
That's nice.
I'm trying to bridge that gap between author and entrepreneur. And you are a first-time author, so you are a first-time entrepreneur. So you have to learn how to do these things. We all do.
Yes.
I mean, even if you're a New York bestseller, Amazon bestseller, you still have to do these things. You cannot expect people to buy something if they don't hear about it.
Yes. I'm glad to know you. I will learn more about you for sure.
Well, I'm trying to teach. I teach. This is what I do. We're
Yeah.
both teachers, just in different things.
You are right. Yes.
So we're writing the book 2. And possibly a book 3 now that I gave you an idea. So now you got we have about 2 years. I'm just going to say it's going to take about 2 years to write this nonfiction book.
Yes.
Because now you're going to have to write it, go into editing. And what was the editing process like for the first one?
I really don't know. I got the whole packet from a universe, from publishing, editing, about roughly about 6,000 2 years ago.
Okay.
And I had no idea about that field. I have very limited knowledge about that field, so I can answer you very clearly about that.
Yeah. For publishing, it should not cost you money, but for marketing, I can understand where the money went to. Editing, cover art, stuff like that, I can understand. Because this, and people were here, you spent how much money for your book to come out? You're looking at editing, you're looking at marketing, you're looking at cover design. So yes, I can see where that money was spent. Now, if it was just on KDP and you spent $6,000 for a publisher to publish your book and they have done no marketing, no editing, and gave you a cheap cover design, which yours is not, then I would go, honey, we need to talk differently. But for what I see that you did and for the publisher that you have, I can understand what they did. Because iUniverse is a really good publishing company, actually.
Yes.
So where can our viewers and our listeners find you?
That's a question I ask myself too. Honestly, I ask myself every day, how could they find me?
Are you on social media?
I do, but not very well. I'm not really good on social media. I'm not really good on that.
Okay, so we need to get you on social media like all the time, like Instagram, Twitter, all the Facebook, all those. We need you as an author to get on social media.
Okay.
Your readers cannot find you if you don't make it easy for them. Okay.
Yes.
Do you have a website that our listeners can find you at?
I had a website, but right now it doesn't work.
Okay.
It will be maybe 2 or 3 days it will work. You can leaving forwardafterloss.com. That doesn't work right now. Okay, go down.
Honey, I'm trying to get you out there.
I understand. That's why I did call iUniverse, say, can you please hit my website as soon as possible? The website handled by iUniverse, and somehow it go down.
Right.
Yeah.
You're making it very difficult for our readers to find you today, but we're going to get you on social media. Yes. And right now they can find you on Amazon.
Yes.
So that one I know is up because I'm looking at the book right now. So I know it's there. And you do have an author's page. Do you have an email that they can find you at?
Yes, I do.
Oh, great. So if you look in the comment section right now, you can probably find the email. Okay. And Kathleen, honey, it's not up on yours. It's on, when this goes up online, yeah, you'll be able to find it in the comment section.
Yes.
Okay. You're a first-time author and first time you've been on the show. So I know you don't understand that I put things in the comment section for our readers to find you. And I always say, hey, look in the comment section or look above us. Because if you look above us on the video, you'll actually find the Amazon link right above our heads. So we want the readers to find us always. Do you have any other informational that you would like to tell our readers today?
I just hope people don't ever give up, no matter how bad the situation is. Don't give up. The reason I told us, if we are alive, we can walk, we can eat, we are blessed. So many people don't have that joy. The reason I told you that because right now my nephew is fighting for lung cancer. We don't know if he's able to speak again. So be happy, be grateful if you are healthy, and don't ever give up. That's the message I want to say with the world.
That's very true. How many times do we take just waking up for granted?
Yes.
Tomorrow is not promised
No,
for
never.
anyone.
No.
And that is a sad truth. We think being healthy means tomorrow's promise, and it's not. Just because we go to sleep today does not mean we're going to wake up tomorrow.
That's really true.
But
That's the message I want to say with the world.
yeah.
Be happy, be grateful. Don't take life for granted.
Yeah, we tend to put so much drama into our lives that we forget to be grateful for everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But it was wonderful having you on the show today. And please, when the next book comes out, come back.
Yes.
And we'll talk about that one a little bit more as well.
Yes. And I would like to maybe email you later.
Mm-hmm.
Ask you more about the marketing.
Of course.
And I think my website will be working tomorrow or another day.
Okay.
They're fixing right now. And then the reader can find my book on the website livingforwardafterlife.com.
We will keep trying the website.
Yeah.
And I put it in the comment section. We're going to be hopeful that it's up very, very soon for all of our viewers. Yes. And our listeners, because this is also on the iHeartRadio. If you go there, you can find the link for Kathleen in the comment section on this audio. So it's all there for you. Yes. And thank you so much, Kathleen, for being on the show today.
Thank you so much. Hannah Weston, how can I send my email that reader can email me?
I will have it in the comment section of this video.
Okay.
See, I make things so easy for you.
Thank
I
you.
love connecting authors to readers. That's what this is what the show is about, connecting authors with readers. We as authors want to talk to you.
Yes.
Really get us out of our heads. I'm a fantasy author. Get me out of my heads. Have you read a book? Come talk to me. I love it. Really. Yeah. If you've read Kathleen's book or you have a motivational story that relates to something she's written, write to her, talk to her. We love this stuff, really.
Yes, I love it too.
We all do. I have yet to meet a author who has said, no, I don't like to talk to my readers. We don't hear that because it won't be said. We appreciate our readers and we want your feedback. Again, thank you for being on the show today, and for all of our viewers and our readers, happy reading.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me in the show. Thank you.